me! I can't believe you would betray me like this!
What? Bella, what are you talking about?
We aren't friends anymore. There's no way I could call someone like you a friend. You pretended to be my friend, then just stabbed me in the back.
Hold on just a second. I have no idea what you're talking about. What is this all of a sudden? You keep saying I betrayed you, but I can't think of anything that I might have done to you.
How could you get the jump on me and go ahead and get a boyfriend? And what's with that attitude? Don't try to pull the wool over my eyes and deny this.
A boyfriend? Yeah, I do have one, but I don't understand what the problem is.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't have a boyfriend when we met recently at our class reunion. You talked so much about how focused you were on your job, and because we were both single, we were able to drink together all night. Almost everyone else in our class had already either gotten married or at least had a boyfriend, but I was able to have a good time because you were there. But despite that, you go on your own and end up in a relationship without me. How could you?
Hold on just a second, Bella. You say that it was recently, but that reunion was over 3 years ago now.
So what? 3 years goes past as quickly as 3 minutes. I never expected you to be the kind of person to just calmly turn your back on your friends like that.
Hold on, just calm down a bit. I just happened to run into a really good guy and we started dating. What's wrong with that? It's not like I did that to hurt you or anything.
But the result is the same. Now you're the only one with a boyfriend out of the two of us. And I still can't find a guy. Now I'm the only one of our entire class who still hasn't found someone. You've made me into a laughingstock.
No one is laughing at you, Bella. So please, just calm down. It's not a competition or a race to find someone.
Don't tell me to calm down after you're the one who stabbed me in the back. I will never forgive you for this. Just you wait. Karma will come back to bite you for doing something like this to a friend.
Hey, Mary, it's been a while. How's preparations for the wedding going? I hope Steve's doing his part properly and isn't leaving everything up to you.
Rick, it has been a while. It's good to hear from you. He's actually been really helpful with everything. You don't have to worry about him.
Oh, that's good to hear. Actually, I messaged you because I have something to talk to you about. Do you have some time to talk right now?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm free. What's up?
I got a pretty weird message on Instagram the other day from someone who was saying she was your friend, but she was asking me for your boyfriend's contact info. I just wanted to double check with you if she really is your friend or not. I don't want to be giving out people's contacts to randoms, you know?
One of my friends is asking specifically for Steve's contact info? That's kind of weird.
She said that she wanted to throw you a surprise birthday party. And so she wanted to talk to Steve to help her organize it and get everyone to the venue. At least that's why she says she wanted his contact. She somehow found out that I was in the same class as Steve in high school, so she assumed I had his number. I guess that's why she came to me. It all seemed really strange, like why didn't she already have his contact if she knows him and you as well as she says? Or not even that, surely some other friend of yours that she also knows would have it and would make more sense to ask them?
That's all pretty suspicious, isn't it? First of all, my birthday was 2 months ago, so there is no way anyone is planning me a surprise party. I doubt anyone would plan it a year in advance. Steve and all of his friends came as well as mine. Everyone got along really well and we had a great time. So most of my friends should already have his number anyway if they were there.
It all sounded pretty weird to me too. I'm glad that I checked with you first. The girl's name was Bella. Do you know anyone called that?
Oh, Bella! To tell you the truth, I do know her. But we're no longer friends. Something happened between us, I guess. Not that long ago. We didn't even have a fight. She just started blaming me for something completely ridiculous out of nowhere and decided that we weren't friends anymore.
Really? That's weird. What did she say?
She just messaged me out of nowhere and started accusing me of betraying her or something. Remember I told you about that high school reunion I had?
Yeah, I vaguely remember, but that was quite a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was over 3 years ago now. But anyway, Bella was there, and the two of us were the only two girls in our graduating class who were very career-focused. Everyone else had gotten married or were constantly talking about the guy that they were seeing. Bella and I had a lot of fun that night, but she seems to have the idea that we have some sort of pact. I don't know where she got this from, though. She started blaming me for getting a boyfriend and leaving her out or whatever.
And that's why she didn't want to be friends anymore?
Yeah, exactly. It was really strange.
I don't get what she's thinking at all. She sounds like she has some severe insecurity issues.
Me neither, but in any case, please don't give her his number. I kind of have a bad feeling about this.
Don't worry, I won't. Okay, I'll just make up some reason and refuse.
Could you do me another favor? Can you ask around to some of your friends too if they have got a message like that? I can imagine that you were probably not the only person she messaged.
You're right, there's probably a good chance she messaged other people just in case. I'll send a message to all of our mutual friends who she might have asked. Lucky I checked with you. I almost sent it at first, but quickly caught myself.
Thanks so much for doing that. And I'm sorry that you've gotten kind of involved in all of this madness.
Don't sweat it, it's no big deal. Anyway, I'll see you later. I guess the next time we'll be at your wedding.
I finally found your boyfriend! I had to be a little sneaky about it, but now I'll definitely get my revenge on you. It's unavoidable.
Listen, Bella. I heard from my friends that you were asking around trying to get Steve's phone number. What's going on? I was shocked to hear that you were snooping around.
I just wanted to find out what kind of guy your man was. You know, for what kind of man did you throw our friendship away? I thought that he must really be some guy. I was dying to see what he looked like. That's why I was asking around.
You just said that you got his number, right? How did you manage that? I told everyone not to give it out to you.
I was looking all over social media for anyone that was related to you and any of your friends. I figured I'd be able to find him on some mutual friends list or something like that. I sent messages to so many of your friends and anyone who looked like they might know your boyfriend. But unfortunately, they kept their mouths shut and no one actually told me. But in the end, I was able to find it on my own. I didn't get his number, but I did find his socials.
What did you find? That's not really possible, though.
It took a really long time, but yeah, I found his Instagram in the end. I sent him a text immediately, too. And you know what? He accepted my invitation to go out without hesitation.
What kind of invitation?
To go on a date, of course. Looks like he prefers a woman like me over you. Every day he keeps sending me messages about how cute he thinks I am, how beautiful I look in my photos. He's very forward and can't wait to see me. You lost, Mary. He doesn't care about you.
There's absolutely no way that's true, Bella. You have the wrong guy.
Of course this was always going to happen. The only reason I hadn't had a proper relationship until now was because I was so focused on my career. But if I actually set my mind to it, it's easy as pie to get a guy's attention. Even if he has a girlfriend already.
Hold on just a sec, Bella. Are you really sure that the account you found is my boyfriend? My boyfriend says that he doesn't use any social media.
And you believe that? Get real. There's no one who doesn't use at least one platform these days. He just lied to you and used them behind your back. I wouldn't be surprised if he was getting sick of you and was using social media and dating apps to try and meet someone new and interesting.
There's absolutely no way he would do that. He's not that kind of person. I know him. He wouldn't ever cheat, and we spend a lot of time together each week, too.
You're fooling yourself if you think he still loves you. He's moved on and is totally into me now.
You're wrong about that. I'm telling you that he doesn't even use social media.
I almost feel bad for you. He's already decided to go over to me instead. And as proof, I have a date with him today. How about it? Jealous?
You have a date? Tonight?
That's right. Not only that, but he's taking me to a fancy spa.
What?
See how much he likes me? He's going out of his way to spend money on a fancy first date. We were going to just go for dinner at first, but I said that I prefer to do something a little different to a normal date. So in the end, he found a nice spa for us to go to together.
And that's today?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I'm with him right now. We're almost at the spa already. It was a little bit out of town, but even the drive up was really something. Plus, get this, it's one of those where you can stay overnight. He really went out of his way for me with this fancy date. Can you imagine how much he must like me to spend all of this money on just the first date? I guess they're right when they say that men will go to any lengths for the woman they love.
Look, Bella, I just wanted to check something with you. Are you really sure that you're with my boyfriend right now?
You still don't believe me? I guess it can't be helped. It would be pretty hard to believe that your boyfriend just suddenly switched over to one of your friends. But it's just because I am a better woman than you in every way. You may have beaten me in getting into a relationship initially, but I'm going to have the last laugh. Anyway, I'm off to enjoy my time with your boyfriend. I'm sure that by the time we're done, he will completely throw you away. So you can expect a phone call from him.
Everyone's absolutely losing themselves laughing, you know. But it's okay. You don't even need to apologize. You didn't actually do anything bad to me.
What are you talking about? Who's laughing?
Everyone who came to my wedding ceremony today. Of course, my boyfriend Steve is here too, along with all of our friends.
What are you talking about?
I'll ask you one more time, though. Who are you really with at the spa right now? Whoever it is, it's not my boyfriend. He's right next to me wearing a lovely tuxedo.
I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm with your boyfriend. I'm not just making this up.
But I am telling you that he's right next to me.
Could it be his twin? Is your boyfriend a twin?
No, he has no siblings. He's an only child.
What the hell? Then who is this guy I'm with? If he's not your boyfriend, then who on earth is he?
Don't ask me. You're the one with him. Ask him.
Well, I can't ask him even if I wanted to. I don't speak French at all. How am I supposed to ask him anything?
French? What are you talking about?
Isn't your boyfriend from France? I thought he was supposed to be a French guy who speaks almost no English.
What? Why would you even think that? My boyfriend is from the States, not France.
Are you serious?
So you thought that random French guy was my boyfriend? I don't know how you could have even thought that.
But he looks exactly like some of the photos I've seen of your boyfriend. I told you that I had looked over so many people's social media pages looking for your boyfriend's account. And there were quite a lot of photos of him with other people. This guy looks exactly like him. It can't be anyone else. That's too unlikely.
Well, they say that in the world there are around 7 people who look almost identical to you. I guess you found my boyfriend's doppelganger? I'm surprised you agreed to go with some random guy to stay overnight in a spa, even though you can barely communicate.
Well, I was able to use some translation apps when we were talking online, so that worked out okay. And even on the phone, I could work out that he was complimenting me and calling me beautiful. I just kind of went with the flow and laughed, and we somehow were able to communicate.
Well, anyway, I guess have fun on your date with my boyfriend's doppelganger. Maybe you can even learn some French in the process. The ceremony is about to start, so I better get going.
Mary, thanks so much for inviting me to your wedding today. It was great, and again, congratulations. Everyone had a lot of fun.
We also had a bit of a comedy special at the beginning with Bella.
Oh, about that. I think I figured out who that French guy actually is. Back in high school, there was an exchange student who came for about a semester, and he was in the same college as me. He didn't manage to learn any English at all and left before completing the year, though.
Really? So that means you and Steve both know him?
Yeah, that's right. He wasn't actually in any of my classes, but we met at a party once and somehow managed to get along well enough to be friends. I mean, you don't necessarily have to be able to speak each other's language to have fun at a high school party. We got along pretty well, and sometimes he would just come by and hang in on some of my lectures too, even when he didn't have class that day. Then we would go out somewhere. Now that I think back, he really did look a lot like Steve. That was probably part of the reason we all got along so well. The two of them were able to play pranks on people. That's how similar they looked.
They really looked that alike? I'm still having a hard time believing that Bella made such a mistake.
They really do look like twins. She probably saw photos of me with both of them but thought they were the same person. I guess then she would have found the wrong Insta account since Steve doesn't have one. Funnily enough, the French guy's name is Stefan, so maybe she thought that was the full version of Steve or something?
What are the chances?
It's not just their faces that are similar either. Their height and build are pretty much the same. If you dress the two of them up in the same clothes and give them the same hairstyle, I bet even you would have a hard time figuring out which one is your husband and which one is the stranger.
That's crazy. Not only did Bella happen to find someone who looks so like him, they even know each other.
Once I remembered Stefan, I took a look at his Instagram. And as expected, there was a photo of him on his story where he even had the same haircut that Steve does now. It's really no surprise that Bella got it wrong. On top of that, he just happened to be back in the States right at this time. The stars really are aligned on this one. I almost feel sorry for Bella.
I see. And now she's at some fancy spa and can barely talk to him. I know that they say real doppelgangers exist around the world, but I've never actually heard of someone meeting theirs. It really is true then. No wonder she was so convinced it was Steve no matter how many times I told her she was wrong. Thanks for going out of your way and checking on even that. I really appreciate it.
Mary! I need your help! Please! You have to lend me some money right now! You must have gotten a lot from the wedding guests the day before yesterday, right? Help me out! I don't need all of it or anything, but please help me out! It's a real emergency!
What's going on? What is this emergency?
Well, I made a mistake 2 days ago and went to a fancy spa with the French guy, right? I didn't believe you at first, but I did figure out in the end that he really was not your boyfriend. His name is Stefan, not Steve. I thought you were just using Steve as a more American way of calling your boyfriend. I didn't realize it was a totally different name. But at that point, it was really late, and I couldn't really get home since it's out of town a bit. So the two of us just stayed in the overnight spa as planned.
Well, what's wrong with that? The whole situation came up from some weird coincidences. But that's something to laugh about and become friends over, isn't it? What a funny story to tell this will be.
Everything is wrong with it. It's not fine at all. I only stayed because I couldn't get home, and that was the only thing I could do. But when I went to leave the next morning, do you know what the bill was? $5,000 for one night. Can you believe this?
What? That's a crazy price, all right. Are you sure that they're not billing you for something extra? Did you break something or ruin something and now you have to pay extra?
Of course I didn't do anything like that. All we did was stay the night. And somehow it turned out that the room we stayed in was $5,000 for one night.
Wow. You did say that you were going to a fancy spa, but that really is something else. Sounds like a place for the rich and famous.
The guy booked a room like this without telling me anything. The clerk at the counter can speak some French, so he's been translating for me. But he says that Stefan put my name down as being responsible for the bill.
No way. That sucks.
He's saying that when we were on the phone that I promised him that I would pay for whatever room we got, so that he could book whichever one suited him the most. He's just lying through his teeth here. Could you imagine me ever saying something like that? Of course we talked about going together, but I absolutely didn't say anything about paying for him. And I especially didn't say anything about paying for such a luxurious room either.
You did say that you somehow communicated with translation apps, but I guess they didn't work as well as you might have hoped. Sounds like there was quite a lot of miscommunication between the two of you.
I'm trying to explain to him now that I never made any promises like that. I can't pay this bill on my own. It's not fair. But he refuses to pay for any of it. He says that I told him that he wouldn't have to pay for anything, and now I have to keep that promise. Even the clerk is on his side and really pushing me to pay up. He's threatening to call the police if I don't pay.
Well, if you look at it from the business's point of view, they don't know what happened between the two of you or care if there was a miscommunication. You used some of their services, and now they want to be paid for them. And if you don't pay, to them at least, you're committing a crime. So I'm not surprised that he's threatening to call the cops.
What am I supposed to do here? I don't have that much money even if I wanted to pay. At this rate, I'm going to get arrested.
Well, at this point, even if you don't have the money with you, you still have to pay it. You did stay there the night after all. Just run over to an ATM and withdraw the money.
I don't have that much money in the bank to begin with.
But I thought you had been focusing on your career this entire time. Surely you should have some decent savings by now.
I did, but then I started spending my money more and more lately.
That really does sound like a problem, then.
That's why I'm asking you for help. Please just lend me the money for now. I'm not asking you to give it to me for nothing. I promise I'll pay it back afterwards. You got a lot from the wedding, right?
Yeah, we did. But that money is a gift from the guests to wish us luck and a happy future. That money is not for you in clearing up after your mistakes. I'm not going to lend you any.
Come on, seriously?
Who would lend that much money to a scummy human like you in the first place?
Now hold on just a second. Don't you think that's a little too harsh?
Of course it isn't. You might not have succeeded, but you did try to steal my boyfriend away from me. I think scummy is the exact word to describe someone like you.
Well, about that.
Besides, we're not friends anymore, remember? You were the one who said that. You broke off our friendship over some insane betrayal that you imagined.
Hold on, though.
If we're not friends or anything, don't come crying to me for help. I have no reason to help you. Oh, and don't message me again. We are complete strangers from this day on.
Please don't do that. I'm sorry for everything I have done and said up until now. But I need you to help me out this time. I was just jealous because I couldn't find anyone myself and you ended up with a boyfriend before me. I made a mistake and I realize that now. So please help.
Absolutely not. Anyway, this conversation is over. I'm a little tired from the wedding party, so I might go take a nap. At least you got to enjoy a night in such a luxurious place. Think of it as a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Well, good luck with paying that massive bill. The cops are going to come arrest you if you don't. After that, Bella apparently ran to the nearest bank she could find and somehow managed to get a last-minute personal loan approved to pay off the bill. She kept trying to get Stefan to pay at least his half of the bill, but he strongly refused. While Bella had gone to the bank, Rick had messaged Stefan and told him what had happened. When Bella got back, he was angry that he had been caught up in such a ridiculous situation just because Bella wanted to get revenge on me and steal my boyfriend away. He especially didn't appreciate that she had been trying to ruin the relationship of someone he had been friends with in high school. So, Bella had to pay the full amount and they parted ways at the spa without speaking. In a way, I do feel a little bad for her having to pay all that money for a room that she didn't even book herself. But at the same time, I also understand Stefan's point of view. Karma finds strange ways to find people sometimes. But in the end, if Bella hadn't behaved the way she did, this wouldn't have happened to her. The news of what Bella had tried to do quickly spread around to her friends and acquaintances. and pretty soon, no one was willing to be friends with her anymore. Apparently, she had always shown jealousy to those with stable relationships, and even tried to ruin them in some small ways, like talking badly of her friends to their boyfriends and husbands. While that may not have been enough to make people abandon her completely, for many of them, her actively trying to steal Steve from me sealed the deal. More and more people cut Bella out of their lives, and she became more alone than ever. As for Steve and I, we now have a pretty funny memory of the day of our wedding to tell people later. One that we share with all of the guests who were there to hear about it on the day. And I know that I will never actually have to worry about someone taking Steve away from me because we love each other, and he is not that kind of person. Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content. See you next time!